My name is PFC William T. Santiago. I'm a Marine stationed at Marine Barracks, Rifle Security Company, Windward, 2nd Platoon Bravo. I'm writing to inform you of my problems with my unit here in Cuba and to ask for your help. I've fallen out on runs before for several reasons, such as feeling dizzy or nauseated. But on May 18th, I've fallen back about 20 or 30 yards, going down a rocky, unstable hill. My sergeant grabbed me and pushed me down the hill. Then I saw a black, and the last thing I remember is hitting me dead. I was brought to the hospital where I was told I just had heat exhaustion. I ask you to help me. Please, sir, I just need to be transferred out of RSC. Sincerely, PFC William T. Santiago, U.S. Marine Corps.
Special Agent, Naval Investigative Service.
I am his Commander Sentence, an adaptation of Aaron Sorkin's A Few Good Men.
Docket number 411275. Victor Romeo 5, United States versus Lance Corporal Harold Dawson and Private First Class Loudon Dowling. Defendants are charged with conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree, and conduct and becoming a United States Marine. All those having business with this General Court Martial stand forward and you shall be heard. Colonel Julius Alexander Randolph, presiding. God save the United States of America. All rise.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea?
Yes, they're not guilty.
Enter a plea of not guilty for the defendants. Is the government prepared to make an opening statement?
Yes, sir. The facts of the case are as these. At the midnight of 6 September, the accused went into the room of their platoon mate PFC William Santiago. They woke him up, tied his arms and legs with rope, and forced a rag into his throat. A few minutes later, a chemical reaction called lactic acidosis caused his lungs to begin bleeding. He drowned in his own blood and was pronounced dead at 37 minutes past midnight. These are the facts of the case, and they are undisputed. That's right. The story which I told you now, the exact same story you will hear from Corporal Dawson, and the exact same story you will hear from Private Johnny. Furthermore, the government will also demonstrate that the accused soaked the rag in poison and entered Santiago's room with a motive and intent to kill. Now, listen carefully, we'll pull off a little magical act out here. He will try a little misdirection. He's going to astonish you with stories of rituals and dazzle you with official sounding terms like code red. He might even cut into a few officers for you. But he'll have no evidence, mind you, none. But it's going to be entertaining. And when we get to the end of it, all the magic in the world will not be able to divert attention to the fact that Willie Santiago is dead and Dawson and Donnie killed him. These are the facts of the case, and they are undisputed.
Lieutenant Captain.
There was no poison on the rags. There was no intent to kill. Any attempt to prove otherwise would be futile, but it's just not true. When Dawson and Donnie went into Santiago's room that night, it wasn't because of vengeance or hatred. It wasn't to kill or harm. And it wasn't because they were looking for some kicks on a Friday night. It's because it was what they were ordered to do. Let me say that again. It's because it was what they were ordered to do. Now out there in the real world, I'm sure that means nothing. And out here in the Washington Navy Yard, it doesn't mean a whole lot more. But if you're a Marine assigned to the Rifle Security Company, Windward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and you're given an order, you follow it, or you pack your bags. Make no mistake, Harold Dawson and Lord and Dolly are sitting before you in judgment today because they did their job.
Is the government ready to call its first witness?
Please record. The government calls Miss Michelle McGuire. Miss Michelle, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give in the General Court Martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you please state your full name and rank for the records, please, ma'am?
Michelle McGuire, Special Agent, Naval Investigative Service.
Please be seated, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ms. McGuire, did your office receive a letter from PFC William Santiago on the 3rd of September this year?
Yes, we did.
What did the letter say?
That a member of Private Santiago's unit illegally fired his weapon across the fence line.
Was the Marine identified in the letter?
No, sir. I notified the matter to the barracks CO, Colonel Lathan Jessup, that I would be coming down myself to investigate.
And what did you find?
The ship reported that only one sentry returned, with a round of ammunition missing.
Who was that?
Plans for an lost.
Your witness?
Miss McGuire, did you question Dawson regarding the fence line shooting?
Yes. He claims to have been engaged in some manner by the enemy.
You don't believe it.
It's not that we
Dawson has been charged with a number of crimes. Why did he get charged for firing at the enemy without cause?
There wasn't enough evidence to support such a charge.
Thank you.
Ms. McGuire, I don't understand what you mean when you say there wasn't enough evidence to support the charge. You had Billy Santiago's letter, didn't you?
You see, Santiago was the only eyewitness I had, but I never got a chance to interview him personally, and I don't know what he saw.
And so we'll never know, will we? No further questions.
Miss McGuire, you must step down.
The government calls Corporal Carl Edward Hammaker. Corporal, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give at the General Court Martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you please state your full name and rank for the records, please?
Corporal Carl Edward Hammaker, Marine Barracks, Rifle Security Company, Windward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Please be seated, Corporal.
Thank you.
Corporal, were you present at the meeting which Lieutenant Henry held at the afternoon of 6 September with the members of the 2nd Platoon?
Yes, sir.
Tell the court what was the substance of the meeting, please.
Lieutenant Kendrick told us that we had an informer in our group. The Private Santiago went out to the chain of command and reported to the NS and a member of a platoon.
Now, Corporal, did that make you mad? It's all right, Corporal, you can tell the truth. Did it make you mad?
Yes, sir.
How mad?
Private Santiago betrayed a code that we believe in very deeply, sir.
Were the other members of the squad angry?
Object
Were Dawson
speculation.
and Donny?
The witness can't possibly testify as to how the defendants felt on the night of September 6th.
Sustained.
Corporal, this Lieutenant Kendrick, he was standing out at that meeting.
Yes, sir.
What was it?
Well, it was clear that he did not want us to take matters into our own hands, sir.
What was the order?
Sir, he told us that Santiago wasn't to be touched.
No further questions.
Corporal, were you there in Dawson and Donnie's room 10 minutes after this meeting?
No, sir.
Thank you, that'll be all.
Corporal, you can step down.
The government calls Commander Margaret Stone. Commander, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give in the General Court Martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you please state your full name and rank for the records, please?
Commander Margaret Stones, Chief Internal Medicine, Command Hospital, Cuba.
Please be seated, Commander.
Doctor, could you please tell the exact time when Santiago was pronounced dead?
William Santiago was admitted in ER at 0012 and was pronounced dead at 0037.
Doctor, could you also tell the court what exactly is lactic acidosis?
When the muscles and the cells of the body start burning sugar instead of oxygen, lactic acid is produced, and this is what causes Santiago's lungs to bleed.
How long does does it take for the muscles and the cells to begin burning sugar instead of oxygen?
20-30 minutes?
And what caused Santiago's muscles to begin burning sugar?
An ingested poison of some
We
kind.
object at this point. The witness is speculating.
Commander Stone is an expert medical witness. Her opinion in this courtroom isn't considered speculation.
The doctor is an internist and not a criminologist, and the medical reports are ultimately inconclusive.
A point which I am confident you will illustrate to the jury under cross-examination. So I am sure you won't mind if our opinion is admitted now.
Not at all, sir.
So, Commander, in your opinion, did Willie Santiago die of poisoning?
Yes.
Thank you. Commander, is it possible for a person to have an affliction, some sort of condition, which may also speed up the process of acidosis? Commander, is it possible?
Certainly.
What would some of these conditions be?
If a person has coronary disorder or cerebral disorder, the process will be rapid.
So if I had a coronary disorder and a perfectly clean rag was placed in my mouth and accidentally pushed in too deep, is it possible that my blood cells would continue to burn sugar far after that rag was removed?
It will have to be a very serious condition.
Is it possible to have a very serious coronary condition, the symptoms of which are so mild so as to escape a physician during a preliminary medical examination?
It's possible, but there will be symptoms though.
What kind of symptoms?
There will be a hundred of symptoms.
Chest pains?
Yes.
Shortness of breath?
Yes.
Fatigue?
Of course.
Are these your signatures, doctor?
Yes.
This is the order for Santiago to be placed back on restricted duty. Would you please read the handwritten remarks of the doctor at the bottom of the page?
Initial testing negative. Patient complains of chest pain, shortness of breath and fatigue. Restricted from running distances over 5 miles for 1 week.
Is that right, doctor?
Absolutely.
So is it possible that Santiago had a serious coronary condition, and it was this condition and not some mysterious poison that accelerated the chemical reaction?
No, I personally give my men physical examination every 3 months, and William Santiago was given clean bill of health.
Yes. And that's why it had to be the poison, isn't that right, doctor? Because Lord knows that if you put a man with a serious coronary condition back in duty with a clean bill of health, and he was to die of a heart-related incident, you'll have a lot of questions to answer. Isn't that right, doctor?
Object, move to strike.
Sustained.
No more questions, thank you.
Doctor, you held a license to practice medicine for over 21 years. You are a board certified in internal medicine, and you are the chief of an internal medicine hospital which serves over 8,000 men. In your professional opinion, did Willie Santiago die of poisoning?
Yes.
Your Honor, we renew the objection to Commander Stone's testimony and ask that it be stricken from the record. And we further request the court to instruct the jury to lend no weight to this witness's testimony.
The objection is overruled, counsel.
So, the defense seriously objects and requests a meeting in chambers so that His Honor might have an opportunity to hear to the discussion before ruling the objection.
The objection of the defense has been heard and overruled.
Please reconsider the objection, sir.
The witness is an expert, and the court will hear the opinion.
So, doctor, in your expert and professional opinion, did Willie Santiago die of poisoning?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I have no further questions.
Commander, you may step down.
Please the court, while we reserve the right to call rebuttal witnesses, should the need arise, government rest.
We will stand in recess until 10:00 hours this Monday, the 19th, at which time the defense will call its first witness. This court is adjourned.
All right.
I seriously object. Is that how it works?
Objection overruled.
No. I seriously object.
Oh well, if you seriously object, let me take a moment to reconsider.
Got it on record. You also got in your head that we are afraid of the doctor. You say it once and they can hear you saying he's not a criminologist. You keep after it and look like what all we did was nothing but a bunch of fancy lawyering tricks. And there's a difference between a paper law and a real trial. Oh, I forgot. You were sick the day they taught law at law school.
Oh, Sam,
Christ, we even had to just say that Stone is an expert
keep going, we'll probably get the boys hung for the Kennedy assassination.
Why do you like him so much?
Because they stand on a ball and they say, nothing's gonna hurt you tonight. Not on my watch.
Declare falls Corporal Jeffrey Owen Howard. Corporal, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give in this general court-martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you please state your full name and rank for the record, please?
I'm Corporal Jeffrey Owen Howard, Marine Barracks, Windward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Please be seated, Corporal.
Corporal, if we name a few reasons for which a Marine could get a code red.
Being late for the platoon or company meetings, keeping his barracks in disorder, falling back on runs.
Have you ever got a code red?
Yes, sir. It was when we were doing 7-man assault drill and the weapon slipped from my hand. It was just because the temperature was over 100 degrees and my palms were sweaty, and I forgot to use the resin like we were taught.
What happened?
That night, the guys in my squad, they threw a blanket over me and they punched me in my arms for 5 minutes. Later on, they poured glue over my hands and it hurt too, because after that, the weapon did not slip.
Tell me, Santiago, was he late for all these platoon meetings?
Yes, sir.
Were his barracks in disorder?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever fall back on runs?
All the time, sir.
So did Santiago, prior to the night of September 6th, ever get a code red?
No, sir.
Never.
No, sir.
You got a code red because your palms were sweaty. Why didn't Santiago, this burden to his unit, ever get one?
Dawson won't allow it, sir.
Dawson wouldn't allow it.
Sir, everyone talked tough about Santiago, but they wouldn't go near him. They were too afraid of Dawson, sir.
Object. The witness is speculating.
Let me rephrase that. Jeffrey, did you ever want to give Santiago a code red?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you?
Dawson would kick my butt, sir.
Have you good enough? Lieutenant Ross might want to ask you a few questions now.
Corporal. I hold here the Marine Guidebook and the General Information Guidebook for the unit troops. Are you familiar with this book?
Yes, sir.
Have you read it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Just open the chapter in this book which tells you about code red.
Sir?
Flip to the chapter in this book which discusses code red.
Sir, you see, code red is a term. It's a term we use only at the Gitmo, sir. I don't know if it actually...
We are reluctant. This is the Marine Guidebook for sentry duties at Navy Base Cuba. I assume we'll find the term code red and its definition in this book. Isn't it, Corporal?
No, sir.
No? Corporal, is there no book, no manual or set of instructions that lets me know as a Marine it's one of my duties to perform code red?
No, sir. No book, sir.
No further questions.
Can you use that book, please? Corporal, please turn to the page in the book which says where the mess hall is.
It's not in the book, sir.
You mean to say all your time in Gitmo you haven't had a meal?
Yes, sir. 3 squares a day, sir.
I don't understand. How did you know where the mess hall is if it's not in that book?
I guess I just followed the crowd at chow time, sir.
Thank you, that'll be all.
Corporal Howard, you can step down.
Thank you, sir.
Defense calls Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick. Lieutenant, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you give in this general court-martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Can you please state your full name and rank for the records, please?
Lieutenant Jonathan James Kendrick, Company Commander, Rifle Security Company, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Please be seated, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Kendrick, in your opinion, was Santiago a good Marine?
I would say average.
Well, this is a class 3 fitness report that you wrote for Santiago. You marked him below average in all 3 of them.
Yes, Santiago was below average, but I don't feel the need in trampling on a man's grave.
Well, we appreciate that, but I hope you understand you're under oath. So as unpleasant as it may be, we'd all just rather hear the truth from you.
I am aware of my oath.
And these are the last 3 fitness reports that you wrote for Lance Corporal Dawson and Private Johnny. Well, Johnny received 3 exceptional remarks. Lance Corporal Dawson received 2 exceptional remarks, and 1 below average. It's that one report that I'd like to discuss with you for a moment.
That should be fine.
Lance Corporal Dawson's ranking in infantry school was perfect. Records reflect that since then, more than half his class has got promoted to full corporal, while Dawson is still a Lance Corporal. Do you believe his promotion was held up because of that last report you wrote for him?
I'm sure it was.
Would you remember why he got this below average ranking?
I'm sure I don't. There are many men under my charge, Lieutenant, and I write many such reports.
Do you recollect the particular incident of one Private Curtis Barnes who was caught stealing liquor from the officers' club?
Yes.
Did you report him to the proper authorities?
Lieutenant, I have 2 books on my bedside, the Marine Code of Conduct and the King James Bible, and the proper authorities I'm aware of are my commanding officer, Colonel Naval.